Now, not sure what to say here, how to explain this thing, but this is my pump station that is below the sugar house, 1,700 feet. That line with the insulation on it, that's the pump line. That insulation was put on there years ago when we first put the pump line in. It doesn't amount to anything. We got 15, 17, almost 1,700 taps coming into this tank, I guess. We have a wet dry system, 1.5-inch vacuum line. We have power coming down. We have a pump inside that pumps back. 1,700 feet, 1,800 feet, and I don't know, 100 feet of lift probably. Got to be at least 100 feet. I've never actually measured that. I probably should measure that someday. But we run around 28 inches of vacuum here and pump it right back. Now, you're wondering probably, how do I keep the pump line from freezing? How does that all work? Well, water. So this line here, 2-inch pipe. 2-inch pipe all the way back to the sugar house. And inside that 2-inch pipe is the 1.25-inch line. And that's the pump line. We have a spring at the sugar house that constantly overflows. It's a good water source. The excess water that overflows goes into the 2-inch pipe and comes down here year-round, 365. This here is where the water goes out. So that's all around that pump line all the time, moving water. It is buried up through there a little bit. Not a lot though. Tough digging, and we didn't really want to dig the roots up and the trees and stuff, so it was a mini excavator, and it's not buried very well. So it's basically on top of the ground. And right here, you see it separates from 2-inch to 1.25 inch. That's the pump line going in. This tank has been all welded up. This cover here has been welded up. All the ports in it are welded in. So we just utilize this one cover here to get in and out of the tank, wash out or whatever. Yeah, I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of it. I'm kind of leery to even make this video, but the thing works very well. You know, we used to wait to tap until later on in the year, but now I just do it at the same time I tap the rest of them. Just let it go. Put these are garage door panels that are around it for quite a bit of insulation on the bottom of the tank. The only reason I did that, I was getting a little bit of ice sometimes inside the tank. It wasn't really a big deal, but it just took longer to thaw things out in there sometimes when it was all ice like that. So I covered that up with those, and that made a big difference. Yeah, I could build a building down here, but it's next to the brook, and Hurricane Irene that we had a few years back, it was pretty close, almost wiped this out. And you know, I painted it green just so it didn't stand out, and people, you know, didn't notice it. Oh, big ugly tank or whatever in the woods. But it does work good. I'm not going to recommend that anybody should go do this. Not really. I mean, I tell people about it a little bit when we're talking about how to do a funky pump station or whatever, but you got to have water to make that pump line work like that. The only other option would be to have a separate tank that, you know, your sap went into and then it pumped up when the temperature was right or whatever. You know, they do that in Canada. It's pretty popular in Canada, but this works pretty well for us. So if it gives you any ideas, I guess, you can contact me, let me know. Thank you.